kind. And in order to do that deal, we had to throw out all the rules that we knew about how the business ran, the business models, in working with a company like Apple. It was absolutely a Control-Alt-Delete in a way like we've never ever done it. But the result is we've activated more than 2 million phones. 40% of those phones came from competitors. Customers are surfing the web in many cases for the first time, using data at 10 times the rate that they were using it before because it's such a great device. But let me give you just a little bit of an understanding of what it took to do this deal. You know, Apple is very secretive about the way they run the business. So when I first met with Steve Jobs and he showed me the device and I understood the opportunity, remember seizing the opportunity? I saw it immediately. And the question was, how do you seize it? I had to sign a non-disclosure agreement that I would not tell anybody about what that device looked like, including my CEO at the time, including my board of directors. So I had to take them a deal in a business structure that they had never seen before about a device that they had never looked at, and they had to take my word for it that it was going to be good. Was it risky? Heck yeah. You know, did we have to overcome obstacles to make this deal work? Absolutely. Did we seize the opportunity? Yes. I'll give you one other anecdote about what it took to make this deal work. You can see the phone now and understand it doesn't have a physical keyboard. But this is the first time ever in the history of the wireless industry that a phone didn't have a physical keyboard. So when Steve Jobs first talked to me about it and said, well, send me the specs on what you guys need to make a phone, because they had never made a phone before. So I talked to my CTO at the time. I said, okay, email him the specs. And there were about 1,000 pages of what you need to do right to make the phone work. The next thing happens, my phone rings. He goes, what are you doing? He goes, you know, the phone that we're going to make doesn't have a keyboard. I said, yeah, I know that. But says, but your first 100 pages of your technical spec have to do with the way the keyboard has to be laid out. And I go, well, okay, forget about it. Don't do it. So then I talked to my CTO, right? She's never seen the phone, and I can't tell her about it. So I go, you know, those first 100 pages, forget about them. She goes, are you crazy? This is heresy. I go, Control-Alt-Delete. Get rid of those 100 pages. And that was the breakthrough that eventually happened. But you have to think differently when you do deals like this. And when you do, you can seize the opportunities that make some phones like this be the invention of the year. Can you imagine how many people passed on the invention of the year? We saw it. We seized it. Did we take a risk? Absolutely. Did we have obstacles to overcome? Incredible. But they were all worth it. So the model works, and it works also with a company that we're very fond of, Starbucks. We just signed a deal to be the exclusive provider of their back office and their Wi-Fi capability for all 7,000 Starbucks in the U.S. An exclusive arrangement for several years. How did we do this deal? Well, we were deadlocked. When we started promoting this deal internally, we couldn't figure out how to make it work. And we were going to give up on this business. And then we rebooted. And we said, how can we pass up on this opportunity? And we figured out a way to get Wi-Fi added as part of the deal, so we would have both the back office and the front office for Starbucks. For us as AT&T, it was the first time after we merged that we really utilized all the capability that the new AT&T brought to the table. An extremely powerful combination. The result is that we're going to bring 7,000 Starbucks Wi-Fi, so that our customers, for example, that have high-speed DSL can get free Wi-Fi at all 7,000 Starbucks. And the ones in San Antonio are going to be the first ones converted in the entire nation. So if you're at a near Starbucks in San Antonio, you'll know that it's AT&T Wi-Fi. A great breakthrough deal. Talk a little bit about the Hispanic market. I don't plan to spend a long time here because you guys are the experts. But I do, coming in, have some incredible insights to be able to share with you. Number one, you are part of the fastest growing consumer segment in the U.S. But what's really amazing, not that it's just going from $845 billion to $1.2 trillion in Hispanic buying power from 2007 to 2012, is that the average age of the Hispanic customer is 25.8 years. 25.8 years, the median age of the Hispanic population in the country. Do you realize the challenge and the opportunities that that brings to the table. A population that's over 10 years younger than the average U.S. population as a whole. So those of you that are figuring out how to market to this kind of a population are on the leading edge of figuring out how to make the stuff that we do relevant in the eyes of a very young crowd that has some very young ideas that, by the way, are completely different than some of those in the audience. And you know who you are. And so I am one of those, by the way. And so it presents us with a great challenge, but also a great opportunity. And so I wanted to talk a little bit about what we have done at AT&T to try to take advantage of this great opportunity. You know, when we first talked about addressing the Hispanic market, and not because I am Hispanic, but because there's a huge opportunity at AT&T, I thought we were not using all of that opportunity. And so we put a very focused effort on not just doing advertising in Spanish to a segment of the Hispanic group. We really wanted Hispanics to view us as their wireless company. We wanted them to feel at home, como se sienten en casa, que se sienten en casa, ¿no? We wanted them to feel at home in our stores. So we did something that nobody had ever done, is we identified what we call Hispanic intensive traffic stores, HIT stores, where there was a high concentration of Hispanics. And in those stores, we put bilingual personnel, bilingual collateral, and fine-tuned them to make sure that when our Hispanic customers walked in there, they felt at home. They felt welcome, and they got treated in a way that was different. Today, I think we're leading the country. I don't think anybody has made a commitment to have over 700 stores in the country that are HIT stores in working with our stores and with our partners. It's a huge breakthrough, and people like Roberto Garcia helped to make that happen for us in wireless. The amazing thing when you looked at it, and we've looked at it several times, is these stores, once they were converted, and we've had plenty of data, before and after, the sales went up 25%. If you're in business, would you not do that? If I gave you a way to increase your sales 25%, that was an incredible achievement, and we've been so proud of these stores that actually I wanted to show you a little video here. So this picture doesn't give us enough detail, or doesn't really do it justice. So I want to show you another brief video that talks about what these HIT stores are all about and how we're trying to attack this market. Can we roll that video, please?
Welcome to the AT&T Experience Store, where we open the doors to our ever-growing Hispanic customers across the country. This is our first ever interactive, bicultural store experience. AT&T created an environment where cultures came together, languages converged, and Latinos felt at home while discovering the latest technology. To launch these new highly innovative stores, we alongside the Bravo Group created a multifaceted campaign that included TV, radio, collateral print, and the web, as well as in-store appearances by our celebrity spokesperson, Chris Nunez, Miami tattoo artist and reality TV star.
The store's great. There's tons of multimedia. You have great phones, all different ways to interact, and now it has a little bit of my artwork on it too, so it's a great little touch.
Chris left his mark on the AT&T Experience Store in the form of exclusive artwork. He designed numerous unique and limited edition tattoos. Customers also took home exclusive items, like t-shirts and messenger bags, showcasing just how creatively driven these new stores are. In every city, radio media was leveraged to create hype about the Experience Store opening and give people a taste of its ambiente, everything we have to offer.
I look forward to being a part of all the bilingual AT&T Experience Stores in the future. This is a great program, and I'm very excited to be a part of it.
What was the chispa? The spark. Letting the store speak for itself. When AT&T spoke their language, Hispanics listened.
Conozca una tienda de alta tecnología, pero diseñada especialmente para los hispanos.
La empresa